Patrie exercise 2.6 from ASL. I myself am a vice president of an organization called All for Deaf Children. The all in the title actually stands for something else. It stands for Alliance for Language and Literacy. So for deaf children. So altogether, it's called All, ALL, for Deaf Children. And if you're wondering how it was established, let me go ahead and tell you a very nice little story behind that. So my first baby was born in 1992. They were hard of hearing. And then a daughter 2 years later, so born in 1994. At 18 months old, moved into a PI program, baby program in San Diego. And back then it used to be the largest mainstream program, or largest mainstream elementary program. Now not so much. Well, I was placed in that program up until I was 3, and then a different program. Oh, I placed my kid in that program up until I was 3, and then after that. One morning, well, I dropped off. I tended to drop off my kids and then pick them up. So I came up and then to school, and 3 women approached me. Are you Tori's mom? So my daughter's name was Tori. Yes, I am Tori's mom. Oh, can we talk? Can we interview you? Yes, sure, of course. We entered a classroom. So they told me, oh my God, your daughter is Tori. Tell us more about ASL and stuff like that. So I remember that they asked me about that stuff. I said, yeah, sure, of course. At that time, I would teach deaf culture at Mesa College. So I told them I suggest maybe you can start there. So they ended up taking my class. And then after that, I can better answer your questions. So go ahead and take my classes, and after that I can answer your questions. So next semesters, all 3 women signed up. It was really a wonderful class. Like, the class itself was so much fun, the students were great, and those 3 women were there. Very, very unique and interesting situation that they would learn more about deaf culture. So of course, all 4 of us became friends. We were about the same age. All of our kids were about the same age. So it was 3 boys and my 1 girl. So my daughter grew up being really close friends with all 3 of them. But she would always complain, there's 3 boys and I'm the only girl. I want 1 girlfriend. I've never had a friend that's been a girl growing up. Until this day, none. No deaf best friends in San Diego. Anyways, one of the moms, Lonnie Scandio, well, I mean, the 3 of them were leaders, but that specific one, felt like we should establish an organization. So I said, sure. Oh, wait, my bad. No. So when my kid was 3, it was also my plan to put her into our church's preschool that had an interpreter, and then all the other 3 kids were going to stay at that school. Well, actually, that did happen. So I put her into my church school, and all 3 parents and community members together continued that. And they came up with an organization called PACT. A nice name, PACT. I wasn't sure why the 3 of them decided to contact me, honestly. But we really changed the focus of the organization and the name to All for Deaf Children. And that was established in 1997. Ever since then, up until this day, we still have All for Deaf Children. And the goal for that organization is first to provide social activities and events directed in ASL for families, whether they be hearing or deaf. It is important to see how people in general communicate with their children and adults. Second of all, we go ahead and give lectures and share information related to, well, really strongly emphasizing research and setting up information, establishing information about ASL, about community, about the brain, about language, and so many other topics. So since 1997 until today, 2011, how many years is that? 14, almost 14 years that this organization has continued. Our children today are 16, 17, 18, and they're still friends. They still go camping. They still do things together. They still get together for dinner. No, they don't take advantage. So they do Super Bowl parties, families get together at my house. It's really wonderful. All the deaf children really just the important part of my life, honestly.